Welcome to the Gentleman's Guide to the World Below. Time to speak about one of the new dialectics introduced in the Delver's Guide. The Delver's Guide is one of the books we are funding right now over on Backakit under the header of The World Below, Buried Treasures. There is a link to that campaign in the video description below, as I have told you now several times, but I will keep doing so over the month. And one of our new playable options. Now, if you're unaware, the dialectics are one of the paths that you possess within the world below. You have a dawn, where you began, the dialectic, how you interact with the world around you and how it changes you, and your calling, where you will end up. The dialectic is probably my favourite path out of all three. I love the idea of a path that isn't specifically a profession. It isn't specifically a philosophy. It is how the world changes you, and in turn how you change the world. This is why their powers are called syntheses. Each dialectic has access to a different range of syntheses, and each one might change physically, might change mentally, might just change spiritually. In this case, we're talking about a dialectic that most definitely exhibits physical mutation. The Ichori, or Ichori. They differ between the different Ichori branches, how they might refer to each other. One thing is most certainly true about the Ichori: they are unpleasant to be around. I don't think there is a single RPG out there where urgh creatures are the kinds of things you really want hanging around you, which has put the Ichori somewhat in a bracket of we don't want them around us, whether we're in a settlement, a party, a community, or indeed a habitat on the far edge of Brinkwood. The Ichori are mistrusted, they are seen as poisonous, and a lot of this is unfair. Unfortunately, the Ichori do have various syntheses, various abilities that do little to engender trust, shall we say. These include the ability to hock up oozes, poisons, and plasmas to use as weapons and means of defense. They can liquefy themselves and others. What's more, they can slough off their skin so that they can escape grapples like that. They can create pseudopods, tentacles, reaching, grasping tendrils and appendages. What's more, they can externally digest things, whether they are doing this simply to eat in a frankly unpleasant way or whether they're doing this to attack people with a corrosive grasp is up to them. They can basically exude and with it dissolve. The Ichori have a reputation, as I say, as being something a little toxic, something you don't want to be around, bad omens. Who would become something like this? But there lies the question: what kind of character develops the dialectic of Ichori? It says something about the character. Does it mean they are slimy and to be distrusted? Does it mean that they are primordial and less humanoid than the other characters, the other survivors in their settlement? Does it mean there's something alien, something voracious, something hungry that just wants to devour everyone around them? Certainly there are beliefs that the Ichori are that. Or does it mean something else? Does it mean that the Ichori are the dialectic, or is the dialectic, that implies a certain balance with the world below? Oozes exist, commonplace. They're sometimes fungal, they are sometimes protoplasmic, they are sometimes amoeboid, they are often unthinking, and when they do think, they possess alien intellects that are pretty damn difficult to understand to most of the survivors scattered throughout the world below. But the fact is they are there and they've been there for far longer than anybody else. And they seem to survive most of the hazards, the penalties, the storms of chaos that rage through the world below periodically. So could it actually be that rather than the Ichori being some backstep into something nightmarish, dangerous, untrustworthy, that the Ichori are in fact the dialectic most at ease with what the world below is. Some compare them to extended digestive organs of the world below. Remember, there are inhabitants of the world below that believe they exist in one large organic construct that is slowly eating all of them, or that they are in its heart, in its veins, in its blood vessels, wherever. The Ichori could, in fact, be an extension of the world below. And that puts them in a novel position among other dialectics. Sure, not many other characters appreciate it, but it would put you, if you're playing one of these, in an interesting role that I would invite you to play. Who doesn't want to play a living ooze who can transform, change shape, dissolve people at reach, or just spit gobs of corrosive poison into the face of their enemy? Yes, it's vile, but sometimes in the world below you need an advantage. There's a lot of odds stacked against you. If this dialectic appeals to you, and God knows why it would, but no, if it appeals to you as a playable option, then please do check out the Delver's Guide, and please do check out Secrets of Calm and Chaos, which both of them have even more playable options than I have detailed so far. You can find them both in the Buried Treasures campaign, which is linked in the video description below. And remember, if you pick up a hard copy of both books, you can get in touch with me via MatthewDawkins.com and request a video of your choice. Do you want it to be about something in the world below? Do you want it to be about a different RPG? Do you want it to be brainstorming? Do you want an adventure? Do you want monsters? Do you want backstory, deep dives into the setting, how the Earthbane cycle links together, anything like that? Well, all you have to do is back at that physical level. Get in touch with me via MatthewDawkins.com with your backer number. Make your video request and I will add your request to the list. Thank you very much for watching. Please support our campaign. The world below provides. Be seeing you.